History is filled with tales of immense wealth, powerful dynasties, and treasures lost to time. But what if I told you that some of the most legendary royal fortunes are not just stories? They're still out there, hidden, waiting to be discovered. From jewel-encrusted crowns to rooms filled with gold, these aren't just artifacts. They're pieces of history, carrying secrets of empires and monarchs. Today, we're embarking on a quest to uncover 7 royal treasures still hidden in the modern world. These aren't pirate chests on deserted islands. These are the documented, sought-after fortunes of kings and queens. So, grab your virtual map and compass, because our treasure hunt starts now. Our first stop takes us to the windswept shores of England and the legend of King John's lost treasure. In the year 1216, King John, one of England's most infamous monarchs, was retreating from invading forces. He was carrying the crown jewels and a vast personal fortune: gold coins, silver plates, priceless goblets, and even the sword of Tristan. While crossing a treacherous estuary known as the Wash, his baggage train, heavy with riches, was caught by the unpredictable tide. The wagons, the horses, and the entire royal treasury were swallowed by the marshy, quicksand-like waters. John himself barely escaped, only to die of dysentery just days later, taking the exact location of his lost wealth to his grave. For over 800 years, treasure hunters have scoured the Wash. Some have found medieval coins, fueling the belief that the hoard is real. But the shifting landscape and deep silt make it a nearly impossible task. Is a king's ransom still buried beneath the English mud? It's one of history's most tantalizing mysteries. Next, we journey to Russia, into the heart of the Bolshevik Revolution and the mystery of the Tsar's gold. In 1918, as civil war raged, the entire imperial gold reserve of the Russian Empire, valued at billions of dollars today, was moved to the city of Kazan for safekeeping. However, the anti-Bolshevik White Army captured the city and the gold. What happened next is a chaotic puzzle. The gold was loaded onto a train and transported across Siberia under the command of Admiral Kolchak. But as the White Army retreated, the treasure train seemed to vanish. Theories abound. Was some of it dropped into the freezing depths of Lake Baikal? Was it looted and scattered by advancing armies? Or was it secretly buried somewhere along the vast Trans-Siberian Railway? Despite decades of searching by the Russian government and private adventurers, the bulk of this colossal fortune has never been accounted for. It remains the ultimate prize of the Russian Civil War, a golden ghost haunting the Siberian wilderness. Our third hidden treasure takes us to the opulent courts of 18th century Russia and the legendary Amber Room. This wasn't just a room decorated with amber. Its walls were constructed from over 6 tons of magnificent amber panels, backed with gold leaf and mirrors. A gift from the Prussian king to Tsar Peter the Great, it was considered the 8th wonder of the world. For nearly 2 centuries, it dazzled visitors at the Catherine Palace near St. Petersburg. But during World War II, German soldiers invaded. They carefully disassembled the Amber Room, packed it into 27 crates, and shipped it to Königsberg Castle in what was then Germany. And that's where the trail goes cold. In 1945, as the war ended, the castle was heavily bombed and later destroyed. The Amber Room was gone. Was it destroyed in the fires? Or was it moved in the final frantic days of the war and hidden in a secret bunker, an abandoned mine, or even at the bottom of a lagoon? The search continues, a modern-day quest for a room made of solidified sunlight. From European palaces, we travel to the jungles of South America and the persistent legend of Paititi, the lost city of gold. For centuries, explorers had been captivated by tales from the Inca Empire of a secret city, a final refuge hidden deep within the Amazon rainforest after the Spanish conquest. This wasn't just a city. It was said to be a storehouse for the Incas' vast accumulated wealth: gold statues, ceremonial discs, and countless precious artifacts. The Spanish conquistadors heard whispers of it, but could never find it. Unlike El Dorado, which was more of a mythical king, Patiti was described as a real place. Modern satellite imagery and archaeological expeditions have revealed tantalizing clues: ancient roads, strange pyramids, and unexplained structures in remote, unexplored parts of Peru and Brazil. Many believe these are signs leading to the legendary city. If Patiti is ever found, it would not only unveil a treasure of unimaginable value, but also rewrite our understanding of the great Inca civilization. Let's head back to Europe, specifically to Ireland, and the search for the Tara Brooch's hoard. The Tara Brooch, discovered in 1850, is considered one of the greatest masterpieces of early medieval Irish art. But here's the thing. It wasn't found at the Hill of Tara, and it wasn't alone. A woman found it in a box buried on a beach, along with other, less spectacular brooches that were quickly sold and lost. Experts believe this find was just a small part of a much larger Viking hoard. During the 9th and 10th centuries, Vikings raided Irish monasteries, amassing huge quantities of precious metalwork. They often buried their loot for safekeeping, intending to return for it later. It's theorized that the Tara Brooch was part of a royal Viking's personal treasure, buried hastily and never recovered. The original finder kept the exact location a secret, meaning a king's ransom in Viking gold and priceless. Irish artifacts could still be lying just inches beneath the sand on an unknown Irish beach, waiting for a lucky beachcomber to stumble upon it. Our 6th treasure is one of the most famous in American folklore, the lost Confederate gold. As the Civil War drew to a close in April 1865, the Confederate government fled its capital in Richmond, Virginia. With them, they took the entire contents of the Confederate treasury, a fortune in gold, silver, and jewels, estimated to be worth millions of dollars today. This treasure train traveled south, constantly trying to evade Union forces. Along the way, portions of the treasure were used to pay soldiers or were allegedly hidden for future use. The final official record of the gold places it in Washington, Georgia. After that, the story fractures into a dozen legends. Was it secretly buried by Confederate officials? Was it stolen and split among its guards? One popular theory claims a large portion is buried near Danville, Virginia, while another suggests it was hidden in a Georgia swamp. For over 150 years, clues have been followed and holes have been dug, but the main Confederate hoard remains one of America's greatest unsolved mysteries. Finally, we arrive at our 7th and perhaps most sacred lost treasure, the Ark of the Covenant. According to the Hebrew Bible, the Ark was an ornate, gold-covered chest built to hold the stone tablets of the 10 Commandments. It was the ultimate symbol of God's presence and was housed in the first temple in Jerusalem, built by King Solomon. But in 587 BC, the Babylonian army conquered Jerusalem and destroyed the temple. In the detailed lists of all the treasures the Babylonians plundered, the Ark is conspicuously absent. It simply vanishes from the historical record. Where did it go? Was it destroyed, or was it hidden before the invasion? Theories are vast and varied. Some believe it was smuggled out and taken to Ethiopia, where it is said to rest today in a church in Axum, guarded by a single monk. Others claim the Knights Templar found it during the Crusades and hid it in Europe. Another compelling theory suggests the priests of the temple hid it in a secret chamber deep beneath the Temple Mount itself, where it remains to this day. Of all the lost royal and religious treasures, the Ark of the Covenant remains the most profound, a holy grail of archaeology. From the muddy estuaries of England to the sacred ground of Jerusalem, these 7 treasures represent more than just monetary wealth. They are missing chapters of our collective history, holding the secrets of fallen kings, lost empires, and forgotten faiths. While modern technology gives treasure hunters new tools, the challenges remain immense harsh terrains, political barriers, and the simple, vast passage of time. But the allure is undeniable. The possibility, however slim, that one of these legendary fortunes could still be found continues to inspire dreamers and adventurers across the globe. Perhaps one day, a headline will announce the discovery of the Amber Room, or a satellite image will finally pinpoint the location of Paititi. Until then, these royal treasures will remain where they have been for centuries, hidden, waiting, and fueling one of humanity's most enduring fantasies. Thanks for joining me on this incredible journey. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell for more adventures into the unknown. See you next time.